In this episode, we're at Robert Moses State Park in the Thousand Islands.
Yes, right outside of Messina, New York. And if you're lucky enough to get one of the prime water sites, this can be your view. Let's go check it out.
My favorite part of our site is the fact that we have this own little private beach. Oh, look, there's an Oriole. You see him? Hello, Mr. Oriole. That was cool. Anyway, own private beach. Here's our view for the weekend. Here's my chair. I'm going to sit and have my coffee. How'd you like that for your morning coffee?
Here we are at the registration and camp store. Follow to the right, park, and walk to the registration and camp store. We're going to go check it out.
Inside the camp store and registration is a pool table, ping pong, air hockey, and a foosball. Just got my selfie with this guy. Camp store's got ice cream, all sorts of beautiful animals. This is a snow owl. It's like a hunting cabin. And just past registration is this very large beach. There's a couple islands out there. So bring your beach towel, your beach chair, your sand buckets. Playground's right next door. So one thing we've already discovered is if you want to go to registration, you have to go to the 200 loop to register and then go back to Campground Road to get to the other loop in order to camp. And some of these are very tight. There's a lot of activity. A lot of these sites are filled, so we're not going to be able to get very many of them.
Yeah. And on A Road, the sites were paved sites. They typically looked level side to side, front to back. So we have kids galore behind us. So.
195?
Sure.
Don't get 37 unless you are a tent camper because it is small, it's on a corner, it's shallow. Look at how packed this place is. God, it was quiet. Oh, look at it. Here's your water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so these are kind of nice. These are nicer than a lot of them. You're talking what, 51, 49, 48, I think, 48, 53.
I thought this was a site.
So there is some nice sites up in here.
Site 54 here in front of the bathhouse is non-electric. If you're looking for that, you are close to the bathrooms though. Some more non-electric on the side. There's 97, 96. On the other side, of course, there's 69 because that makes sense. Here's 95, 70 across the road. They're all non-electric sites. You got a fire pit and a picnic table. And 94 is snug. Oof, that's it. Got room for a car maybe. 93 back here in the woods is cool. You're a tent camper, that is. 92, notice all these are empty because nobody likes to tent camp. Yeah, I know, it fell out, broke. Somebody's stuff I'm coming up to here. Got a case of Busch Light in the fire pit there. Their clam is a little busted. That's what happens when you drink a 30 rack.
See, these sites, I feel the need I have to do it like this. This is site 208. There's a picnic table right there. Then we're walking down the road. There's where most people park. Back there is access to the beach. And the next site, which is 210, still walking by the way, haven't reached the site yet, is right here. So 210, fire pit's back there. They hadn't mowed when we got here, and so they just mowed this morning. I imagine it was raining and they weren't able to get to it. So there was a camper here earlier, so they weren't able to mow the whole thing, but they mowed what they could. But again, this is 210, walking down the road, walking, picnic table. Not until we get over here to 211. These are very Very spacious sites. All right, this is 218. This one's a lot more shallow, but very wide. But there is an open field behind with rocks kind of separating the area. And then there's 210 right here, which, so these aren't anywhere near as spacious as our sites, but they're still, you know, they're really nice. They're long enough to hold a big rig. Here's 222, nice and close to the bathhouse. This one's 226. I think this one, if you like wooded, is pretty awesome. And then right across the street is 227. We are here on Friday morning, so I imagine later in the day these are all gonna fill up. And here's 227. Again, wooded, very nice. And just in case you guys didn't know, I mean, there have been in several other videos, but this is Dave, his gorgeous wife, Tanya.
His better half.
His better half, yes.
So it's really easy access if you got a big rig too. There's no trees hanging down, so you're not worrying about them hitting. And I will say the roads are in excellent condition. They're not all rutted up like everywhere else in New York State.
Yeah, and they're what, really wide too.
They're
so
really
that,
wide, yeah.
Yep.
Two cars easily.
Which is also not always the case. This is 255. I guess it's kind of level. The fire pit's kind of big. It's secluded, but you're right next to like power, whatever that is. There is very good access to water though, and I believe through the trees there you may see a bathroom. So 252 and 251 would be good buddy sites for short campers, but just know that you're going to have a pet ladybug on your site if you book this one. If you like wide open, this is 248. It's kind of unlevel, but I don't know, if you're really strained, you can see peaks of water through the trees. This one's 246. Again, you can see the peaks of the water through the trees. 245. Trees in the back. Kind of short, so not for a big rig. But I gotta say, this park has a lot of sites for big rigs, which is amazing. 243. It's 240. It's very wide. 239. Back to wooded. This wide one is 237. Behind there's the bathhouse. Again, nice and spacious, although there is a path that goes to the bathhouse kind of on your site. 230. Well, this one looks pretty flat. And right next to water. You wouldn't even have to fill up. You could just hook up and fill up. Ooh, which is something we have to say. Tell them about the water.
Oh.
Come on, Dave. Let's talk.
What about the water?
The water
How
took
long?
30 minutes to fill up.
Yes.
We tried 2 separate water spigots, Kevin and I, and we were there for 25 minutes. We never filled our 81-gallon tank. We just said screw it and stop, and if we need more later in the week, we'll run 3-4 hoses together and get it that way.
Yeah, we were, what, 125 feet of hose away from the water spigot, and it probably took us, I want to say it took us like 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah, ours was 30 minutes, I think, plus, because I had timed it when I texted you and when we filled up, and we gave up. I was like, let's go. It's been 30 minutes.
I think Kevin said he gave up too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he never hit the overflow.
He failed to mention that to me.
Waited until the full light came on, and
Yeah, yours didn't overflow either. We gave up.
Oh, jeez. All right, 202. Tanya said it looks like an incline. This is site 203, and we had friends that were supposed to come with us, the Furmans. He blew out his knee, so he wasn't able to come, and almost thank goodness, because they have a big rig too, and this does not look to be big rig friendly to me. It also isn't as close as I thought it was going to be to our site, which is, what, 206, and Tanya and Dave are on 205.
Yeah, they're at the top of the hill.
Yeah, and we're down there. You can just see our truck with the kayaks right there. We've noticed that they don't, and this is a good thing for us, they don't have you packed in. These sites are huge. There's Tanya and Dave's right there. This whole area behind them is open. There's nobody on this site. So there's their fire pit. There's their water site. There's their site. And And then they have a huge space on the other side between them and us. So these are awesome sites. Okay, 205. Here's ours. 206. Look at that water view. Let me get around the truck here so you can see how wide ours is. I'm just walking here. Yeah, that's the view that we have for this weekend. And ours is kind of divided off by this little, I don't know, kind of water runoff to the beach. But yeah, here's our site. Again, huge. There's Kevin.
Amy was complaining that I wore my Pabst Blue Ribbon travel shirt too often. That's always in the videos, so I decided to change it to my Pabst Blue Ribbon camping shirt on location. Here's my outfit of the day, by the way. We got shorts and flip-flops, which according to Dave are only allowed after June 1st. But I'm breaking the law. For more photos and videos, you can find me at feetfinder.com.
Not really, don't search for that.
/Kevin.
Please don't search that. It may not end well. This is site 183. You got views of the water above the dam. This is 185 next to it with water views again. Just down the road from the loop you drive to is the Marina. It's $7 to launch your boat, and it looks pretty awesome. You can get gas at the Marina, but it's going to cost you. You probably shouldn't stay there, guys. There's the water intake for the Long Salt Dam. And look how low the water is on this side. You really get an idea of how low we're down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if they say the boats go up 100 feet. I find it odd that it was cheaper to build a tunnel than a bridge. What you'd think, like a bridge, I don't know. Maybe it has to be super tall and it doesn't have to, I don't know. I'm not the engineer. Don't listen to me.
Well, you can see the ship is coming. We decided we were going to see the 1223 lock change. They go throughout the whole weekend and every hour or so. So if we miss this one, we'll be on to the next one. So I am glad that I remembered that there is a visitor center here that we can go in and see and read up about the locks, but they also have a very much better vantage point for the ships coming, and I can see it right through there. It's on its way. Take an elevator or climb the steps in the visitor center to get the best view. Well, this is the view from the 3rd floor of the visitor center. You can see the locks. You can also see the ships coming. So those doors open up to raise the ship up to go on its way. Dave, what were you saying?
This ship is coming from the Atlantic Ocean inward.
Okay. And then what's the USS Cleveland we want to see later?
Correct.
At 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's at 3 o'clock. We're going to come back for that. Also, it's contact season, just so you know. Those things started whirring. So, something's happening. Oh, look at the smoke.
Yep. He used maximum width, which is why he used the wall. The CSL Laurentian, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, is a Canadian, is one of Canada's steamship line's self-unloading Lakers. She was built in '77 and converted to a self-unloading vessel in 2001.
Looks like the boat has stopped. Probably waiting for the doors to close behind the ship before the water starts filling up to raise the boat. So you can see there's the doors. The ship seems to be stopped. It's probably going to, the doors are probably going to close in the back here, and the water level is going to start rising to bring the ship level up. It's really kind of exciting, but slow.
Now we gotta go check out the inside that we rushed through to get here, and there's like 3 visitor centers around here, so we're gonna look at them all. Come back for the USS Cleveland.
Stay tuned for that.
For the clouds.
Yeah.
A bunch of snow on the locks too. Must be they just scrape it off. Look at this one. This one's completely a night.
Kevin's playing with blocks. Don't tip the ship.
They span the entire vessel. It doesn't say how to do it.
Well, you gotta keep your weight in the middle, I think.
But
You're
I'll say
cheating.
that God's hand holding the boat steady. Well, so I don't need to be doing this.
I think you're being showed up.
Whoa, yeah, don't touch it. You got it.
Good job.
Ooh, Niagara Falls. Tanya's practicing for when they get their boat in the water.
Well, he's.
Oh, that's wild.
So he's probably.
That's a lot harder than it looks.
Oh.
Ahoy, Captain! Use the steering wheel and throttle to move through the Eisenhower lock. Steer clear of the walls and keep an eye on the clock. You need to get your ship into the lock before the time runs out.
Full speed ahead. Oh!
What did I hit?
You hit something. There's so many interactive displays, and guess what, guys? You can do all this for free. It's pretty cool.
I gotta figure. Hang on. I want to start over. Okay, don't give me a wheel. I need.
She just took her pilot's license
I am
or
like
whatever.
literally. I don't even know where we are.
This is how the St. Lawrence is.
We're here now. We passed that. There's a sign for that on the way to Robert Moses, which is where we are. There's Hawkins Point is in the center, which looks really cool. Oh, you can see the Moses Saunders Power Dam.
All right, so one of the things that this campground has that's unique is a tunnel that goes under the lock. So we'll show you that next. you can definitely feel the temperature change as soon as you get in under that tunnel. It gets really, really cold. All right, now we're at the nature center, and I'm gonna have to take a picture of the sign because there's no way I'm pronouncing this word. She's got a snake on her.
Yep, this is a little milk snake named Sunny.
Sunny? Oh man. I'm not sure I'm a fan of snakes, but he's pretty cool. If it's a rainy day, just come play chess in front of the fire at the visitor center.
I got turtle.
And they said what? These are landings turtles. They gave us landing
turtles.
Got stickers.
Yeah, so this is a container we would use for incubation. So we incubate turtle eggs for conservation.
It's a long-nosed gar. And this guy's like, hey, I want to be in the shot too.
Sturgeon. Oh wow, that's
Woo!
shot.
I'm getting a selfie with a bear.
I'm sorry, so what's that?
And sulcata tortoise. Yeah, to come out to the scene. No fighting. How many are you? She didn't mean to do that. She meant to.
Coloring a turtle.
It's got like bat sounds.
Yeah. Well, there's fake bats hanging around.
You're in a staring contest.
He doesn't blink though.
Not just a delicious beverage. Here's some wild turkey. Those are the babies. And oh, sorry folks. There's the mama.
We're at another visitor center that is 37 words long, and we're not.
Something visitor center.
Hawkins Visitor Center. Okay. So there's a power plant. Yeah. As soon as you get around the corner, there's Chill. You can see right there. Where is it? The split between the American side and the Canadian side of the power bridge, the Power Authority. Parking lot is a lot more busy than it was the last time we were here. There's a cooler vessel coming through. We're going to check out the USS Cleveland? All right, well, we're going to check it out, and it's a Navy ship, and it looks awesome, and everybody else thinks so too because the parking lot is full.
The USS Cleveland's coming from the lakes to the ocean. The different direction from the Laurentian that just came through. So we're back, and we're gonna go check it out because it looks like it's gonna be awesome. Okay.
Well, we got the elevator for Tanya, and Tanya got tired of waiting, and now we're going up in the elevator by ourselves.
I had it until we walked in the elevator. I don't know why I went away because it already pulled it up. But the USS Cleveland, it was the 16th something. This sounds terrible. And the 4th U.S. naval ship to be named after a city in Ohio.
As soon as it gets flat, they all run. They all have the filtering systems for their camel pack.
Freedom class, whatever the heck that means. We were just reading it. Apparently commissioned the 16th. That's good carry interchangeable, exceeding 46 miles an hour. Yep.
Just enjoying the beach. Look how calm the water is. Oh.
Hit like and subscribe.
See? Production
Right.
manager. Tanya's marking the beach with our name. She didn't think companions through, though, I don't think. It is like glass out here.
Which is weird. Normally it'd be in the morning.
It is so beautiful. And look at Tanya did. She's an artist. Another beautiful sunset on another awesome day camping in the Thousand Islands. So this is the benefit of having a solo stove, which I am still trying to convince Kevin we need. Thankfully, we have friends that share. We have got the fire out on the beach, watching the sunset. Oh, the end to a perfect day. Okay, Dave just said, you guys, if you help us out, if you give us 100 likes on this video, I can get a solo stove. Right, Kevin?
That's what Dave said.
That's what Dave said.
Got Dave's approval.
Hit like and subscribe.
And give us that 100 thumbs up so I can get a solo stove. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
I just opened Facebook and Sean Dine, he usually posts these. It's Rob Bass passed away at 59 years old. R.I.P.
It takes two to make a thing go right.
DJ Easy Rock will have to carry on.
Hello. I just heard my neighbor. Let's see. I'll flip you around. We'll say good morning to Tanya. She's just over there enjoying her little private beach. I think we're having a combination day. I think we are going to the locks. Ooh, red-winged blackbird. I think we're going to the locks, and then we may go kayaking later in the afternoon. Stay tuned. It's a good thing I was watching where I was walking.
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Toad.
He's a little big guy.
Yeah, he kind of buried himself into the lawn too, so be careful going this way. Be back and forth between the beach and the camper. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So here we are, we're like getting ready to drive under the tunnel, and now we're actually going to be driving under a ship. Under a lock, under a ship at the same time. How cool is that? He's just pulling in.
XT Exploration, which we're going to pick up in the Snell lock, hopefully.
Yeah. Look at it. How often do you get this? So we went to Snell Lock, and it turns out it is not open for public. It's gated off, but we're gonna, kind of sneak a peek through the locks or through the fence. There's the long, empty road on the way up to the Snell Lock. We are parked on the side of the road, And we're doing a little bit of off-roading because when we pulled up, this gate was open, but they saw us on camera and shut it immediately. I guess the one that we saw going through the Eisenhower lock is going to be another 10 minutes out, and then the one that we saw coming under the Wellesley Island Bridge, we're waiting to see that one come through, so it was kind of fun. Yeah, it's making the turn to position itself to come through the locks.
Reporting live from the Snell Lock. This is the G3 marquee coming in from the ocean to the lakes. It's going to be here in roughly 10 minutes. It'll go up roughly 100 feet. Then we're going to see it exit out going into the Eisenhower Lock, where we're going to get the other thing coming the other way. I forgot to look at the name of it, but that'll be shortly behind it going out to sea.
Next stop, we're going to the Grist Mill Brewery. Oh, sweet. Thank you, baby. Oh yeah, this place is awesome.
Belgian blonde ale.
Belgian blonde ale. How is it? It's pretty good.
They got a ginger beer.
Yeah, I was thinking I was going to get that.
Yeah, and then Tanya got a blood orange margarita. I got a glass of wine and Kevin got a ginger beer. Yeah, beverage overlooking the river here.
Ginger beer is very light, apparently. Oh, terrible. That's something.
Uh-oh.
Dave.
Registration's right there. And he's torturing us by making us walk up this hill so that he can go, well, actually, just so he can show you guys the playground or what he's going to do to hurt himself on the playground.
We have to film the playground or else someone's going to be like, hey, don't they have a playground? My kids really want to go. Trying to film first.
So I'm thinking, I mean, I've said this in other playgrounds, that there isn't anything here that Kevin can hurt himself on. And last time I was going to say, and the last time I said that, he said, prove it. So
There's a wall over here.
there's a wall over here? Okay.
No, someone has appropriate footwear on and someone does not.
Yeah, Dave's not wearing the right footwear.
He lost his wallet though. My husband's gonna be the one that hurts himself.
No, is that you popping out of your seat or is the whole thing?
The weight limit is over. You are over the weight limit. Please disembark this feature.
I'll say somebody had no problem getting off the swing in the appropriate footwear. FYI.
It's not appropriate footwear. I'll do it.
Right down there, back up.
This is inappropriate footwear.
No, this is appropriate. I don't have it.
Oh, his shoes are right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can go into here, but that looks dangerous.
Right, that's your
No.
whole MO.
There's holes in the floor. It's like a slide with holes.
It's your whole MO.
Hey, take the one to the backside.
They pucker up. I don't know.
You gotta go down some way. Go down that way.
Which one looks...
Well, they're both the same, whatever one you want to do.
Surprisingly, I fit through the hole.
That is a surprise.
Oh. My legs are too long. I have to turn sideways.
I got behind the scenes video.
Wait, you forgot the ending. There you go. I really wanted to go higher.
I could have went higher, but I didn't want to like ejectile out of the seat.
Do you mean that, or do you mean break the swing?
I don't know, those chains on there got to be rated for like...
I wasn't worried about the chains, I was worried about the posts. Those things were rocking.
Tanya keeps finding the crabs.
Yeah, crabs.
Tanya's got crabs. And if you don't know, we had drinks with dinner. Crabs.
It is 5:51.
Doesn't matter. It's going to be an early night.
It is. That is Sheik Island, which is in Canada. We are facing that direction, and the Canadian border is halfway between us and the island. So if we kayak there, we'd be in international waters, not international, Canadian waters.
So, what are we doing?
So I feel we need to get rip-roaring drunk before we attempt to put the sunshade on Dave and Tanya's awning.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Right. And by the fact that I could actually say that, you know I'm not rip-roaring drunk right now.
Damn it, man.
I can still enunciate my words.
How many beers do you gotta have still, dude?
How many beers?
How many beers? How many more beers before you put on the sunshade?
At least 12.
You're going to be busy. It's going to be midnight before you're ready. Here's sunset on day number 3. Definitely a lot better than sunset on day number 2. And day number 1 was actually pretty nice, but not like this. And then we got, again, we're on the beach. The waves are flying in. It's like we're down south somehow. We've got the solo stove, we got waves, we got the sunset. It's amazing.
So the double line does not help when it's Memorial Day weekend and you've got a line of 4 other campers back there, plus one behind us. Yeah, it's gonna be a long wait. Tanya and Dave are already in there. All right, folks, camping etiquette. Please explain to me if I am incorrect. I feel that when you go to a dump station, it's first come, first serve. If you've been waiting there for a half an hour, you deserve to go before the person who just pulled up.
You're doing this in consideration that there are one dump station and there's lines coming from both ways.
Correct. Well, either way, even if there was, I guess it makes sense, because if they're all coming from the one way, then
yeah. So
they're all, so we got 2 different directions coming into the one dump station where there's 2 dumps. The people that were there when we pulled up should be able to go before me to dump, not every other person. Like, so if somebody goes in, then it's me, then somebody goes in, then it's me, or then the person behind us. I feel that all those people deserve to go, then I can go, because they were waiting there before I even got there. That's my opinion. Tell me if I'm wrong. If you do it a different way, I don't know. I guess that's common courtesy. We had a guy jump in between me and the 2 people that were behind me, who were waiting there as long as I was. So I don't know. I didn't say anything because I don't know. I don't want to. Well, I first of all don't want to cause a ruckus. I'm not a scrapper. I just feel that was wrong, and that he shouldn't have gone before the people that were waiting there behind me. That's all. Just like I wouldn't have cut in ahead of the 4 people that were there before I got there. Tell me your thoughts down below, people. Am I wrong, or are they wrong? Or how do you do it? I mean, don't want to say this is the wrong way and the right way, but I feel like there is.
Okay.
Long-winded.
Yep. So like and subscribe.
That's right. Safe travels.
See you in the next one.
That's right. I wasn't allowed to say it in the intro, but Tanya and Dave brought their solo stove and we had fires right on the beach here.